Lol.
Good day and welcome to the OneLol channel. Today we'll take a look at Dark Pass. So I did around 8.7 million points. Rank 227 seems it's much less competitive than the 90s Cyclops. So what I can infer is that 90s Cyclops is way more popular than Old Man Logan. Maybe because people just don't like old people. It's just ageism. So Old Man Logan is from an alternate reality, which is different from that Wolverine. So in HP wise, he has slightly lower HP than the classic Wolverine. Comes from an alternate timeline, villains took over. He was, hurting his fellow mutants. He took a vow of pacifism, never pop his claws. 50 years later, some guy knocked on his door asking for help, and he decided to do what he's done best and went into action. So that is, seems that this description, the bio is slightly different from the actual plot in the volume 1 of Wolverine Old Man Logan. Old Man Logan is that Hawk's grandchildren murdered his family. Left his family bodies unburied, resulting in Logan finally unleashing his claws. He lived in Hawkland, farmer lifestyle. So that is apparently what it seems to be with regards to the plot from Old Man Logan series. So Old Man Logan seems to have very low PI, unfortunately. Maybe they're just beating ageism and stuff. It doesn't have really very cool outfit, just a normal jacket, jeans, red shirt. But still you can see his physique. He has white hair, he has this kind of demeanor of being fierce, like he's kept his anger with him for far too long, 50 years. Getting all angered up, all with it, stalled with him, the anger, sorrow. His family got murdered in the plot. When Logan has a passive that is, based on his plot characteristics and based on his pacifism style. So in this game, each time Logan loses 10% of his max health, or when your opponent uses a special attack against you, you get a charge of pacifism and you have 10% chance per charge to snap and go berserk. This reminds me of how Groot's passive works in kind of sense, some similar kind of sense. And when Logan goes berserk, for each pacifism charge he has, he gains 1 fury and cruelty effect, increasing attack and critical damage by a certain percentage per charge consumed. It tends to be between 13% to 20%, I presume. So it reaches 70% once you reach rank 3. And he has a healing passive, which is not very significant, 7 health twice per second. That's highly noticeable, especially your willpower heal you much more. Anyway, additionally, but the good thing is when he bleeds, his wound closes 67% faster at rank 3. That means that it's much improved to bleed. Very good actually, just reduce the duration of bleed by almost 2/3, reducing it to only 1/3 of what the duration would have been. That would be happy, like cutting down any bleed damage to 1/3 of what the bleed damage would be, because you reduce the duration and it's proportionate. So basically his first special attack has a very special effect. It pierces 86% of your target's armor. That's interesting. Piercing. Second special attack, the usual stuff, chance to bleed, deal damage, direct damage over a certain period of seconds. 147% is not that bad, but it's not that awesome either as well. The special attack, the bleed seems to be mediocre, not very high. It's over 6 seconds, which is not that ideal when you're going against opponents with real power. But when you use your third special attack, Logan goes snap and go berserk at the cost of 1 pacifism charge. So sure way he goes to berserk in that sense. So he's more of an offensive Logan. Offensive creature energy. This is his second special attack, Primal Rage. Love the animation of this second special attack. Somewhat different from the Wolverine's. His first special attack was very similar to Wolverine's first special attack, which is a bit of meh point. He doesn't use his claws when he's in normal fighting mode. So that's what you have to see. Pacifism charges, doesn't really seem pacifism to me. Maybe the icon should have changed to some I don't know. What's the international pacifism icon? Is there such an icon? There is the special attack. kinda similar to Wolverine's third special attack. So far, I do prefer his second special attack because it's quite different from Wolverine's second special attack. First special attack is a bit too similar. Third special attack, pretty similar. Second special attack is quite different, which is what I like about him. Old Man Logan, he moves fast even though he's old. Pacifism looks really like, not really sure what the icon looks like. Something like it's a person's arm with some kind of gun with it. And this is Logan's third special attack against Rocket, kicking Rocket to the side. Pretty standard. You see him being fierce and stuff. You know, when you're playing your classic Wolverine, you don't really get to see his entire facial expression. But with Old Man Logan, he has no mask. You can see his eyes. You can see his eye twitch. You can see his anger. You can see the fury in his eyes. He just want to kick the hell out of Rocket. You can see him, you know, grinding his teeth, moving his mouth. Kind of nice little detail added in there. In regards to his third special attack against Rocket. Yeah, his pose is very similar to Wolverine's pose. Now let's compare the both of them. So you can see rank 3, tag is same, health set. Old Man Logan has slightly lower health. Wolverine has very basic kind of passives, simple to understand, bleed kind of mechanic and healing mechanic. Old Man Logan's healing mechanic is much less significant than Wolverine's healing mechanic, and not that much heal focus. His Old Man Logan healing mechanic is kind of weak really. That's all. Hope you like what you see, and I'll see you again soon. Goodbye.